Okay, in this video we are going to learn how to count the number of sig figs in a number. Numbers can be written in different ways, and the way they are written can indicate the number of sig figs that they have. For example, let's just look first at this number right here. That looks like 100, and this one right here also looks like 100. However, because they are written differently, this one having a decimal point in it, they are going to have different numbers of sig figs. So we need to pay close attention to how this works and make sure that we understand the principles involved. So the first thing you have to look for is, does the number have a decimal point? These first four numbers here do have a decimal point, and these last three do not. Now, if it does have a decimal point, the rule of thumb is you always count from left to right, and you count from the first non-zero digit to the final digit all the way on the right, including all zeros on the right, which are called trailing zeros. So let's look at this first number. It has a decimal point right there, and so these are the rules that we're going to use. We go from left to right. The first non-zero digit is this number 1 right here. Then I have to count all of the numbers as I go to the end, which means that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sig figs in that number. The next one, the first non-zero digit is this 1, and then I have to count both of those two zeros because there's that decimal place. So this one has 3 sig figs. The next one, that's a 0. That's not a non-zero digit. So the first non-zero digit is this 3, and then I count the 4 and that last trailing 0. So that number has 3 sig figs. Again, all of these zeros don't count. The first non-zero digit that I come to is this 4, and so I include all of those digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sig figs in that number. Now, if there is no decimal point, you again start from left to right. You start with the first non-zero digit, but you end not with the final digit all the way on the right. You end with the last non-zero digit. You do not include all the zeros on the right, all the trailing zeros. So for this first example right here, the first non-zero digit is this 1. Those zeros, we do not count them, and therefore this number has 1 sig fig. The next example, the first non-zero digit is the 5. The 1 is also a non-zero digit. Then I'm getting zeros. I don't count them because there is no decimal point in this number. Therefore, this has 2 sig figs. And finally, the last example, the first non-zero digit is a 5, and then I have to end at the last non-zero digit, which is the 6. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sig figs in that number. Thank you very much for listening.